Hey everybody, and welcome back to 6 Ages Ride Like the Wind. We're in year 34 of Ammoni's reign here in the late fire season, so we could go raiding if we want, but honestly, we haven't been able to raid for quite a while because of the apocalypse and our low swords. We just don't have a lot of defenders right now. We are pretty low on horses as well, honestly. So, should we try to go get some horses? Or we have at least a year of food. That's good. Maybe we will try to go out and round up some horses. Could also use some goods, but there's not much I could do about that. Let's go look just right here for horses. We'll send a couple swords and some bowmen. And, of course, we got attacked. Our patrol spotted a herd raid by the Morkagani. They have 5 chariots with another 7 on foot. We met them with 4 swords and 8 bows. Okay, so we're fairly evenly matched there. The Morkagan chief was noted for his caution, though his clan disrespected our might. Do we need to point in magic for a simple herd raid? We have 4, so yeah, sure. Actually, no. For a herd raid, I think we're doing kind of okay on food right now, thankfully. So I'm not going to put a point. I'm just going to drive them off. I'm going to want to, well, they have chariots, so probably skirmish isn't going to work because they are just going to hit us hard. So let's maneuver. The Morkagan charge hit us before we could shift our lines. That's what I was afraid about. Hold our ground, please. And then they completely destroyed us. We took 13 cows and 8 horses. Not great. Senior herders have been calculating the number of horses needed to support the clan. If we don't get more horses, another 10 or so, we will no longer be riders. It would make sense to ask Amari to bless the mayors to birth more colts. On behalf of everyone, they ask, what is the clan circle going to do? The common people can count just as well as anyone else and know that the clan is headed for trouble. You can claim wealth from individual honor belts so the clan can trade or sacrifice, engage in ceremonial preparations for the otherworldly ritual. You are wrong, things are not as bad as you think, or we will deal with this, but not in haste. What does everyone think? Engage in ceremony, claim wealth from individual honor belts. Engage in ceremony. I don't think we're going to do the... I think we'll just do this one. Let's claim the wealth from individual honor belts. Mood minus, goods plus 10. Although some people agreed, others did not, and arguments broke out. Ammoni said that the circle's decision was never going to make people happy, but could have been presented better. We did not find any wild horses. The small herd we found was clearly suffering from hoof rot. Goods are fairly low, so I really don't honestly want to do... I honestly don't want to go look for... to go for a trade. I guess we could try to do our own little herd raid. Who attacked us? The Morkagans? Can we hit them back? But we can't because it's time to bring in the harvest, so we shouldn't go raiding. What was mentioned before about a... Go to lore. There was something about the Elmal Sun Path. After the murder of Yelm, darkness envelops the world. Elmal battles many usurper sons to preserve the road from which his father warmed the land. He learns the words he must speak to keep them at bay. But we don't have that ability, right? Like if we were going to go do a ritual, we don't have Elmal's Path Guardian. Yeah, we don't know that sacred story. So we would have to sacrifice for that. I guess we could try. Don't want to do herds. Or don't want to do goods. Let's do like 6 herds. Is 6 herds enough? Does anyone know? Sacrifice worth of 6 cows helps. Twice as much would be better. Let's just do 6. Alright. Hey, we learned Elmal guards the sun path. Okay, does that tell me more? Like, do I really... Don't remember if this button was here before. Wow, this is long. Okay, let's read it. Elmal stood guard at his post in Nivora, far from the Solar Court. When the Emperor was killed, had he been there, he could have interposed himself between Yelm and the rebel, taking the blow meant for his father. But he was not, and so the sun fell from the sky and darkness seized the world. Like people everywhere, those of the Golden City panicked and thought existence had come to an end. It was Elmal's duty to guard them. But in this case, he could do that best by leaving them, taking action, and returning when he had rescued his father. Because death was still new to the world, the gods did not understand its permanence. So Elmal spun into the sky, onto the path his father proceeded upon each day, granting his warmth and glory and warmth to all. He found that its light might still be rekindled. Upon this path, pretenders prowled. They tore up the golden paving stones, stuffing them into sacks, devouring them, seeking to usurp not only Yelm's throne, but his rune of power. First, Elmal encountered his younger brother, Little Yelm, gathering up his stones. Little Yelm said, "I suppose you think you're the sun now." Elmal replied, "I am not the sun." Shame overwhelmed Little Yelm, and he stopped gathering the golden stones. So the two of them did not have a fight. Next loomed the demon sun. He did want to fight, and he said, "You think you're the sun, Elmal?" Elmal replied, "I'm not the sun, and neither are you." The demon sun attacked Elmal with his implacable mace. Elmal withstood him with his fiery shield, crying out, "The sun is not red, hell gives off no warmth. A force shines from you, Shargoth, but it is not the light that gives life. For a quick eternity, just a quick one, they clashed. In the end, neither god slew the other, and the demon sun withdrew to hang over his green-walled city of Alkoth. During this prolonged duel, various small suns, like the Ghost Sun and the Eggshell Sun, managed to sneak away a number of golden paving stones. After Elmal recovered from his injuries, he battled a few of them, but they were many, and while he retrieved the bricks from one, another would sneak in to steal more. All of them asked him if they thought he was the sun, and all he said was he was not. That one day he would find a way to rescue his father from hell. Finally, the cold sun imposed himself upon the sun path. It radiated a dim frigidity, strengthening the ice, crushing Yelm's domain. So we found the cold sun. When the cold sun saw Elmal, he laughed. "You suppose you're supposed to be the sun?" Excuse me. "I'm not the sun," said Elmal, and he leapt at the cold sun, spear outthrust. They battled for a long time, reaching only a standstill. The cold sun withdrew, but Elmal knew it would gather strength in return. Elmal patrolled the parts of the sun path he had freed from incursion by false suns, small and large. Every day he went up and down the length of the portion, expanding it southward a little at a time. A mantle of heat grew around him, not as strong as Yelm's, but enough to preserve the land below. Finally he went to Nivora and told his people it was time to go. The riders heard him faster than the wheels, who were deafened by the sound of their cumbersome carts. As he readied for exodus, the cold sun came a second time. He blasted Elmal with frost, with ice, with hail. "My name is Yonesh," he said, "and I am the sun." "You are not," said Elmal, "because you are riddled with storm runes. You will pollute whatever part of the great sky road you touch." To save the sun path, Elmal saw the terrible sacrifice he would have to make. He would have to destroy part of it, further damaging the city below. So he broke a hole in the path over Nivora. The cold sun could claim what was once the Golden City, but a line of warmth and brightness remained to the south, for the riders to follow. Yonesh rushed to leap across the breach. To keep him back, Elmal girded himself for one mighty blow to knock him senseless. As it landed, he said what needed to be said to power his strike. "I am the sun." Okay. Don't know what we got out of that, but we can do a quick, we can do a ritual, sure. Let's try. Elmal's Path Guardian. This ritual can help us in battle in many ways, gain a treasure, or strengthen the quester. Okay, so it's Elmol. You embark on a ritual to send one of your numbers to Elmol's side. Do you seek the aid of other riders? Sure. 3 chieftains agreed to send priests, saying that we were well prepared to find the Sun Path. Baron commented that the other riders were more willing to aid with rituals now that the disagreements over Sanala's divinity were a thing of the past. Our priests said that their help could be a major factor in the success of the ritual. You also seek the assistance of the Wheels. Though they tell odd versions of many sacred stories, their Elmol lore is likely to be more or less correct. Yeah, the Wheels can help. They derided us. Baron said that wheel arrogance was as thick as any helmet. A devotee of Elmol or Sara typically attempts this ritual. It calls for someone adept in leadership and combat. Leadership and combat. Well, you're an Elmol. Leadership is very good. Combat is very good. Your leadership is very good and renowned, though. And you may be the son of Elmol himself, or at least a descendant of Elmol. Or we could say an Almani. But, leadership, and you do worship Asara. Leadership excellent. Combat excellent. You know what? Maybe we'll send Almani. Okay, sure. Let's send our clan leader. Sure. We have to sacrifice some stuff, huh? I'm gonna sacrifice not goods. What about 12 herds? The priest said a bigger sacrifice would have been better. Well, you know what? Who cares? Amadai rides her flaming steed to the broken sun path, where many scroungers try to gather up the shining bricks laid by the Emperor. The first of these 3 is Elmol's younger brother, Little Yelm. How does Amadai greet him? Put those stones back before I slap you? With a song jeering at his youth. This is unworthy of you, my brother. Your fate lies elsewhere. No, this is unworthy of you, my brother. You are not the son. Little Yelm answered by charging with outstretched spear. How does Amadai fight him? As an equal, as against an inferior, by flamboyantly overleaping him, with a wary eye for tricks. I feel like we're getting this all wrong. With a wary eye for tricks? Little Yelm had no tricks to play. This needless caution did not stop Amadai from beating him. Okay. Next, Amadai comes upon the demon son, Shargash, laying claim to Yelm's solar bridge. How does Amadai greet him? With a call to brotherhood? With a magic ward against demons? With a song mocking his ugliness? With an immediate attack? Let's do a magic ward against demons. Shargash was on her before she could complete the manifestation. How does Amadai fight him? As an equal, as against an inferior, as against a monster, with distracting maneuvers. Well, let's go as against a monster. After a furious battle, Amadai pushed Shargash from the sun path, okay? Amadai finds a host of golden men stripping the sun path of its stones. How does she stop them? By commanding their obedience, by whooping at them with a song of ridicule, with Elmol's sweeping sword. Let's scare them away by whooping at them. Some ran off, but more returned to take their place. Though each was individually weak, numbers emboldened their impudence. This opened a breach in the sun path which appeared beneath Amadai. She fell for a long time, riding up somewhere else entirely. Without warning, Amadai is somewhere else, beneath a dragon, wounded or slain in the God's War, as it plummets earthward. The dragon is as big as an entire valley. Whose aid does Amadai seek? Jeez, we were not prepared for this. Elmol the Sun Chieftain, Gamari the Horse Mother, Nialda the Earth Mother, or Zarlan the Wanderer? Elmol is... we're here for Elmol, so let's go Elmol? The dragon fell faster than Amadai could pray. Mood minus, population -1, magic -1. Ouch. And was utterly crushed. If Amanai had survived, she might have been able to tell us what to do the next time we tried. More priests said the failed ritual showed that the sun path was falling apart. Did we actually kill we killed our leader? Winters would grow colder, and the forces of darkness stronger. The damage to the sun path had doubtless occurred when that piece of the sky fell to earth. An ill wind blew across the ritual ground, chilling us to the marrow. More priests would come to spin alongside ours, worried that our failure had further damaged the sun path. Word of our poor results spread past our borders. Mood plus, population plus 1. I'm back from my sojourn with my fellow Arissa devotees. We healed many riders throughout the valley. My heart is full of gladness. We killed Amanai? Like, she literally died? What? What? That's nuts. There is no chief. The clan mood is grim. Crap. I didn't know that your leader could die. Just get crushed by an absolute dragon. Okay, well. We need an Akot. No, we have Yadakan. Asano. Erkent. Norden. Parnt. Turrent. So do we... Well, we have a Turrent. We have a Zerent. So now we need a... We need a Norden on the clan. Or do we elevate one of these people? I think Zakorda now becomes clan leader. Because he's been good to us so far. Zakorda, you're now clan leader. Congratulations. And, we needed a... What? What family did we need? I forget already. A Norden? We have Dostalkarn or Gerendon. Worships Elmol. Worships Hyalor. You have only fair lore and fair bargaining. You're not too great, are you? Let's go for Dostalkarn. All 7 families are represented. A delegation from the Grey Wing clan arrives to offer you aid. We have heard that you are still recovering from the Skyfall. We need horses, honestly. Everyone's saying all these other things, but we definitely need horses. We're in the year Zakorda the first year of Zakorda. They gave us 5 horses. Yeah, we owe you guys a favor now. Thanks. Clan mood is grim. And it's dark season now. We could use... We have goods, but honestly... I'm a little concerned about our level of goods because we have a few shrines to take care of. So I think we probably just huddle up. Of course we get attacked. We're being raided by trolls and we're completely outnumbered. There's 121 of them and we have only 7 swords and 35 bows. We don't have any magic because we spend it all. Survive, please. Skirmish them. The trolls advance through steady arrow fire. Okay. Hold our ground. They pushed back. They fought fiercely, forcing us to fall back slightly. They gained the upper hand. Let's take risks to win. Nah, we knew we were not going to. We cannot fight with so few warriors. They ate 42 cows and 11 horses. They burned our watchtower. They killed a lot of people. Well, we are just very much doomed, aren't we? How many? We just have no horses. We need some people to help. Baron has been acting moody lately. Yeah, I know he has. I hate to say it, but I think we have to, spend some... Let's see. What do we have here? For our... What's our... Annual maintenance. 4 goods. So we have 4 of those. So we need 16 goods. So we can spend... what? 18 to get some swordmen. $18 divided by 3 is 6. So we can get up... I mean, go for it. I probably have my numbers all wrong. Let's see, recruit. Hey, we have 22. Alright, we raised 4 warriors. And we got our herd raid. They have 21 raiders. We met them with 8 swords and 7 bow. Let's just drive them off, please. 6 elites and 15 regulars. Let's skirmish them. Tried to hold the Caswalding off with missile fire, but they managed to use the terrain to outflank us. Okay, let's wait for opportunities. They tried to withdraw, but could not disengage from a mounted foe. It was soon over. Alright. Still late storm season. Sure would like to have that watchtower back, but we can't afford it. So I think I just hunker. What's our food situation? 4 seasons? Is this Baron again? Oh, mood minus. Your young hero Baron the Tall goes to a market held by the Honeymane clan to see his friend Baron the Swift. There he finds his friend flirting with Rodalda, the young ram priestess. Baron the Swift is a rider too, and subject to the same prohibitions against loving a ram. He says that he would never break holy law. Still, the discovery has left your Baron clearly shaken. As has happened before, this sorrow has the rest of the clan feeling down too. Demand that he snap out of it once and for all, distract him with a clan feast, seek otherworldly advice, seek a suitable mate for him, or keep out of it. Seek otherworldly advice. As we leap into the sky and ask Hyalor, he might say survival changes the rules. Yeah, let's not demand he snap out of it. That's kind of mean. Let's seek otherworldly advice. Who do you call on? We'll call on the gods, sure. And I will sacrifice some herds. I hate to say it. It's 8 herds. Mood plus, herds minus 8. The priest placed golden tablets of truth among the sacred seeds and threw them onto the fire. Spinning to the sky world, they found Hyalor breaking a fiery horse. He reminded them that the rules can and must be changed when survival depends on it. In this case, he said the prohibition on marriage between rider and ram had never been a divine edict. The curse originated instead from the fear and hostility of mortals. We and the rams had made this curse, and together we could unmake it. Alright, well that's the end of the year. 16 babies were born. We initiated 13 children as adults. We had 19 fewer people, 91 fewer heads of cattle, 16 fewer horses. The priest said that the spirits of our ancestors were peevish because we are not restoring our connection to the gods. And we tried. What do we want to put our points in? Let's go coarse foods. Do a point in crafts because I need some crafts. And a point in harmony? Yeah, maybe harmony to keep our people happy. Proceed with that. That'll only leave us 3 magic, but... The Honeymane clan have composed a song to celebrate the fine productivity of their fields. It is a little on the saucy side, and so is fun as well as boastful. All the rider clans sing it now. I wonder if we shouldn't raid them and take some of their stored grain. We can start another venture. So we're doing convert pastures to fields and entertain. What are we thinking? We can share exploration. We should hold a feast, guard the goats. Guard the herds, maybe? I guess that's true. We should probably guard the herds. Protects the herds from predators and raids. Let's try that then. Baron, you go to it. Baron made sure to visit every herding tent. Thanks to his vigilance, the herders figured we now had 11 more cows than we would have otherwise lost to predators. And they were pleased to have more guards watching for raids in the next year. Alright, what's going on? Mood minus. Why are we laughing at each other? Or arguing at each other? A legal dispute between two of your families has been settled, but rancor continues. Lankarn brought a case against Akar for grazing herds on land allocated to his family. As tradition demands, they took their case before 3 clan elders, who ruled in favor of Lakarn. 2 appeals, first to the other elders and then to the chieftain, affirmed this ruling. Even so, Akar's family, the Nordens, continue to complain and argue. Other families now say that their bickering sows discord throughout the entire clan. Give the losing family a gift. Have Baron prevail on the involved elders for calm. Keep the clan circle out of this. Stage an archery contest or throw a feast. Let's see what Baron can do. Mood plus. They agreed that the matter had gotten out of hand and made the gesture of friendship in front of all. Well, that's nice. Thank you, guys. We can start another venture? Okay, let's see what we got. Make sure the herders spend special attention on their goats. So you want to do herding? Okay, yeah, I can do herding. We have 15 more cows and 1 more horse. Alright, hello Baron. Baron comes before the council to ask that they petition the Castwaldings for Rodalda's hand in marriage. Now that we know that no divine curse afflicts the offspring of Rider and Ram, no godly impediment stands in our way. Yes, if Baron ascertains that it will not ruin your standing among other Rider clans. Yes, if other emissaries... another emissary ascertains it will not ruin your standing among other Rider clans. Tell them he will never marry Rodalda. Agree, never mind what other Rider clans think. And tell him to ask again at a more auspicious time. Everyone's saying as long as Baron ascertains that it will not ruin your standing among other Rider clans, I say screw them. No, never mind what they think. You go do what you want, Baron. When they heard about this, it was obvious that they disapproved. Well, I don't care. You will need to convince Rodalda's clan to approve the marriage, ideally from a position of strength and wealth. How many seasons do you devote to preparations before approaching the Castwaldings to approve the marriage? What do you guys have to say? That would mean extremely high bride price. I think we need a little time to gather wealth for her chief. It wouldn't hurt to travel to Castwalding lands with a lot of warriors. More time to raise swords could help. Among our people, 20 cows would be a high bride price to honor a notable woman. They claim Rodalda incarnates their founding god, so might expect even a more extravagant bride price. Let's put Baron out of his misery and do this right away. We don't have enough herds for our own needs. If we have to give any to the Castwaldings, it will take much work to gain more. How many? Let's say 7 seasons. Can we survive 7 seasons? Baron alternated between elation that we agreed and concern that the Baron the Swift or some young ram might ask her hand before we were ready. His wisest maternal uncle reminded him that marriage affected more than just the bride or groom. It was also a bond between both of their families and clans. We need the help of the gods to ensure people are fed. We don't have sufficient food. Alright, so... let's... and we need more food, obviously, apparently. So let's do something before I end the episode. Let's get our shrine to... we lost a shrine, right? We lost a shrine to someone. I think it was the Busanari. Yeah, so let's rebuild our shrine to Busanari. Then we can go for milk blessings. Or do we want to go to Goat Mother? Yeah, let's go to cattle. Let's go back to Busanari. So let's build a shrine to Busanari. A teenage girl from the Caswalded clan called out to our herders from across our clan boundaries. Our herders are not used to talking to foreigners, so it wasn't completely clear what she wanted to say, but she had learned the word cows in Sunspeak, and it seemed that she was delivering a message from the daughters of Vinkot, the god of rams. And we get attacked. And we get attacked and be absolutely destroyed. Jeez. Twin songs, 106 riders, and we only have like 45, 43. Can we parlay with you guys, please? I want to offer tribute. I'll tell you what, I'll give you 8 goods. I'll give you 12 herds, 15 herds, 0 horses. How about that? They laughed and said they would be taking more. Okay, well, magic ritual firehoof. Skirmish, please. Twin songs had to charge through a devastating stream of arrows. Let's hold our ground. Aline notices a weapon dropped by a fallen warrior and senses that it holds great magical power. How does she react? Fight her way to it, ignore this distraction, ride to it and circuiting around enemy combatants, or ride to it full tilt. Let's go for it. The maze of foes proved too complicated to circuit. One of them grabbed the treasure before she could get to it. Well, let's conserve strength. They tried to press, but we held firm. Baron said that nothing was certain, but our fighting skills seemed better than theirs. Let's conserve our strength again. Was not the ideal way. We were hard pressed to face the berserk frenzy. We no longer had the upper hand. Let's hold our ground, and they completely destroyed us. Took 19 cows and 7 horses and 20 loot. They filled our ditch with rubble, so we lost the ditch. Nobles of the Chariot clan, the Morkagani, come to you for help. Their fearsome war carts require fast horses. Without them, their vaunted military might, which gives them power to survive in the valley, though outnumbered by high lorings from ram clans, dwindles. Our horses are succumbing to hoof rot. Normally, we would not ask for your help, but our dire straits requires it. Give them horses. We don't have enough horses to give you guys. I'm sorry. Perform a ritual. Send Gamari devotees to perform healing magic. Decline and then attack them. I'll send my devotees to help perform healing magic for you. How about that? I'm sending just Hallday, I guess. It's the only one we have. We'll send a few escorts. Goods +3. Hallday cured the hoof rot with a few simple blessings. The wheel nobles were elated and gave us gifts. Their war leader said that when they chose their next target, we would most definitely be spared. Well, thank you. Okay, it's definitely time to end this episode. It's been a little long, I think. So, thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed it, and hope to see you again next time.